We're alive! We're alive!
Listen.
8 years after the first film, Moana and Maui returned to the big screen in Moana 2, an animated sequel that went through multiple production delays, but will now finally be premiering in cinemas on November 27th. Today at ScreenRant, we give you a look at everything you need to know about Moana 2.
I'm back. Mwah. It's Maui time!
The story of Moana 2 is set 3 years after the first film. The free-spirited Moana is growing up on her native Polynesian island of Motunui, after having restored the ecological balance on the island in the previous movie. But as the Moana 2 trailer reveals, Moana finds a new purpose after she gets a prophetic warning from the spirits of her ancestors. The wayfaring ancestors tell Moana that she must assemble a team and journey to the deepest, darkest corners of Oceania. Moana and her crew's destination is the hidden island of Motufetu, which once connected all people of the ocean. But ever since the storm god Nalo cursed the island, Motufetu has faded into oblivion. Now it's up to Moana and her fellow sailors to break Nalo's curse and restore it to its former glory. Moana will also be facing old and new enemies, such as the Kakamora, the coconut-sized pirates that threatened Moana and Maui in the first film. A newcomer in the villains department is the underworld goddess Matangi. Not much is known about her backstory, but the trailer promises Matangi to be an iconic Disney antagonist. She is voiced by singer and actress Owami Frazier. Auliʻi Cravalho returns to voice Moana, also providing her voice for the musical numbers. As expected, Moana also reunites with the long-haired demigod Maui to join her team of explorers. Voiced by Dwayne Johnson, Maui was a breakout character from the first film, drawing laughs for his witty one-liners and over-the-top songs. But Maui is also an unexpectedly kind-hearted mentor to Moana, joining her yet again on her second adventure.
Can I get a chee-hoo?
Another returning member is Moana's pet rooster, Hei, who is voiced by Alan Tudyk. Boba Fett actor Tamara Morrison and Pussycat doll singer turned actress Nicole Scherzinger also reprised their roles as Moana's parents from the first film.
This is serious!
Is something distracting you?
The original Moana directors John Musker and Ron Clements didn't return to helm Moana's second outing, but the directing reins are still in capable hands. David Derrick Jr., Jason Hand, and Dana Ledoux Miller are making their feature directorial debuts with Moana 2. Derrick Jr. is a veteran in the animation industry, having served as a story artist for How to Train Your Dragon, Encanto, and the first Moana film. Jason Hand also had previously served as the story artist for Disney hits like Big Hero 6 and Ralph Breaks the Internet. As for Dana Ledoux Miller, she has been a producer and writer on Designated Survivor, Kevin Can F Himself, and other shows. Just like the first film, the music department of Moana 2 is stacked with massive talent, except for Hamilton star Lin-Manuel Miranda. The singer and actor served as one of the songwriters on Moana, penning instant classics like You're Welcome and the Oscar-nominated How Far I'll Go. While the In the Heights hitmaker won't be returning for round 2, the new songwriters also have impressive credentials. Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear are in their 20s right now, but they have already accomplished a lot together, such as their controversial but highly acclaimed concept album, The Unofficial Bridgerton Musical. The album grew viral on TikTok and even earned a Grammy for Best Musical Theater Album, even as Bridgerton studio Netflix attempted to sue the duo. Now Barlow and Bear are back to fill Miranda's shoes. As for Moana 2's original score, the original composers Mark Mancia and Opatai Foai return. Just like in the first film, Mancina and Foai are also expected to serve as additional songwriters. The script of Moana 2 is written by director Dana Ledoux Miller and Jared Bush. Bush has had a long-standing relationship with Disney, also serving as chief creative officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios since 2024. Bush's previous credits include writing Zootopia, Moana, and directing Encanto. Bush's diverse experience with Disney's past animated projects come off as reassuring news for Moana's fans. As the name Moana was trademarked in multiple European countries, the 2016 film was alternatively released under the title Vaiana, Vaiana. The sequel will follow suit, releasing as Vaiana 2 in countries like Belgium, Spain, Portugal, Greece, and Germany. This alternate name Vaiana also feels suitable to the film's context, considering how Vai in Samoan means water. Moana 2 has a similar meaning as it translates to ocean in Hawaiian and other Polynesian languages. Just like the first Moana, Moana 2 will also receive a special Hawaiian dub. The first Moana was also dubbed in Tahitian and Maori language. It's not known yet whether Moana 2 will be dubbed into the other two languages, but the Hawaiian version is confirmed, with Auliʻi Cravalho yet again providing the speaking and singing of Moana. Going back to the production of Moana 2, the film was initially conceptualized as a direct-to-streaming title. With the COVID-19 lockdowns, the shutdown of film theaters affected the business prospects of several Disney projects, so the company opted to develop Moana 2 as a sequel series for their streaming platform. Disney's then Chief Creative Officer of Animation, Jennifer Lee, announced Moana, the series, as a musical comedy limited series. Set for a 2023 release date, David Derrick Jr. was confirmed as a writer and director on the series. However, in February 2024, Disney CEO Bob Iger announced a change of plans, confirming that the series had been reworked into a theatrical sequel.
Coconuts.
As is common knowledge among Moana fans, the 2016 film isn't only receiving an animated sequel, but also a live-action remake. Screenwriter Jared Bush first broke this news on the social media platform X, revealing that he would be involved in the live-action film. So far, Dwayne Johnson has also confirmed that he'll be reprising his role as Maui, while newcomer Catherine Lagania will play Moana this time. While the remake went into development around the same time as Moana 2, it eyes a 2026 release date. At the 2024 D23 Expo in California, Moana voice actress Auliʻi Cravalho performed a new song from the film called We're Back, complete with a showcase by Polynesian dancers. The 23-year-old actress is also excited for the audience to hear the rest of Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear's lyrics for Moana 2. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, she said that there are a lot of deeper layers to the song this time, with Bear and Barlow giving voice to a young woman like Moana. To quote Cravalho, "This is a new part of my voice. This film digs into those low notes in these times of indecision when we don't know what we're supposed to do next. Given how uplifting We're Back already sounds, Moana 2 promises to be an enjoyable and emotional musical." Back in 2016, when Moana was released, the film marked a new era in Disney's cultural representation. The Oscar-nominated film did boast an inspiring, free-spirited heroine and memorable musical numbers, but more importantly, it also gave a new voice to the mainstream representation of Polynesian culture and mythology. Moana 2 promises to continue this trend with an original storyline that still has nods to Polynesian and oceanic traditions. Eyeing a Thanksgiving release date of November 27th, Moana 2 is Disney's biggest animated release this year after Inside Out 2. The only major competition Moana 2 has at the box office is from Gladiator 2 and Wicked, both of which would release a week earlier. From being made as a limited series on Disney Plus to getting a Thanksgiving season release, Moana 2 has had a turbulent journey of its own. And with a cast of old and new actors and a diverse musical team, Moana 2 seems full of hope and promise, just like its titular heroine. Are you looking forward to this sequel? Thank you for watching Screen Rant, and stay tuned for more movie news.